Steelers fans, Paul the Hotspur Hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet, and Tottenham Hotspur have prevailed. We are through to the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup, beating Manchester City 2-1. Oh, what a game, man. That was, I hope you're entertained as me, man. The game is literally just finished. So I haven't seen what Anne just said or what anyone said. Just going to give you my own reaction as I sort out my milk crates and get comfy for a bit before I get all twitchy and start walking around again. Well, wow. Hey, let's start off with the goal. First goal, Timo Werner got it on the money. I thought Timo had a pretty decent game. I mean, he scored a goal, you know, and I think he did a lot good. Seemed to get a little bit of a niggle there at one point, but you know, going 1-0 up was fantastic, and then I mean, Sarr getting 2-0 up was brilliant, and it was a lot of there was a lot of traffic going our way, you know, in Spurs' favour for a while there, but bit by bit, as the second half wore on, Manchester City, you can see why they're one of the best teams in the world. They started really controlling possession and pushing us back. We struggle to get the ball off them. Their possession football is really pretty damn good. But I thought we were holding our shape really well when we were pushed back in that position, and I was kind of reminded how, you know, Spurs maybe a little bit last year, or especially under Conte, you know, that possession, that horseshoe football, to me, I couldn't see where Manchester City was going to get a goal from. And I thought we looked okay. I thought we looked like we were going to hold out the first half. But hey, you know, it wasn't to be. Found a player at the far post, and it was 2-1. And right before, you know, really bad time to concede a goal right before the end of the first half. And so you think, well, how are we going to do, Spurs? What are we going to do? Are we going to go all Brighton or Crystal Palace, or are we going to come out against like we did against West Ham or Man United? And it was it was in between. Look, the effort of the team was, I thought the effort of the team was fantastic tonight. You know, the tempo they played. I'm going to give a little shout out to Archie Gray, actually, because Archie Gray had a tough old time. You know, he was obviously being outpaced by, I think it was Nunes, wasn't it? But his head didn't go down. Some of his positioning was good, and what I liked about Archie Gray was he was quick with his decisions. You know, like if there was a throw on, he'd take it straight away. So I hope Archie Gray grows a lot out of that game, because that was a tough old battle he had tonight, and he came through it, man. He came through it. You know, the second half, man. The second half. I think we started. We were right in it again. We had them troubled. It just looked like we were more dangerous in front of goal than Manchester City this evening, to me. And bear in mind, I am an idiot and don't know anything about football. Don't understand it one bit. And I'm a biased one-eye Spurs fan. But you know, for a period there in the beginning of the second half, say up to around maybe 50 minutes, and that was probably, you know, Basuma coming on for the goal scorer Sarr. I thought Ange did his substitutions brilliantly, actually. And just before I forget, the team selection of both teams took this game seriously. Pep didn't just roll out a team of under 18s, and neither did we. Like the lineups, I'm guessing, say about maybe 70 to 80% full strength of each side. And it was a fair competition, you know, and we held our own. So in the second half, I thought we did look more dangerous in front of goal. But again, that Manchester City possession machine crept and took hold of the game there for quite a while, until, you know, I'd say around about maybe the 65th, 70th minute. We dealt with it, and then we started coming back at them again. And when we were on the break, which is kind of what we were forced to do some of the time, we couldn't really play as much out of the back. We did it a few times, but it's very, very difficult to get past Manchester City. But I still think we looked better in front of goal, and you know, I'm surprised that Haaland didn't come on, but hey, he didn't. He brought on a kid instead. And you know, there was a couple of times, man, we were living dangerously. Vicario nearly fluffed one up, but hey, because he ran into about 3 Spurs defenders and fell over. And there you go, Basuma, man on the moment. He's Basuma, clearance off the line. Well done, man. It really looked like the guys were putting in effort. I know there were periods where Manchester City looked in control. I think that's quite a simplistic way of looking at it. I think our intensity was good. And hey, look, Richarlison, I thought Richarlison showed a bit of fight when he came on. Mikey Moore didn't really get too much of the ball. Really, we had our backs up against it there, didn't we, folks? And as the game started going towards its conclusion, it was almost like it was a replay of how the end of the first half went. But this time we held out, man. We held out. We kept our cool. We didn't bottle it. And in fact, there was a period there when was it, about 75 to 80 minutes? There was a couple of incidents where Manchester City started getting sloppy. It was just a brief period, but it was, you know, it was a chink in their armour, I thought. It didn't last, and they did come back into the game and against us again. But it just goes to show you, no football team's perfect. And you know, on the night we were worthy winners. Now I don't know who we're going to be playing in the next round, but it is the quarterfinals, which is the furthest we've gone in some way. And it looks like all the teams left in the League Cup now are Premier League teams. So hey, there's no easy ride, but it's two games to Wembley, folks. 2 games to Wembley. 3 games to seeing Sonny's armpits. Who knows, man? We're in it. There's only 8 teams that can possibly win it. Tottenham Hotspur are one of them, I'm glad to say. So, man, that was... I'm actually drenched in sweat watching that game. I didn't do a watch along because I haven't unpacked all my gear from my weekend away. I couldn't be bothered doing it this morning, but man, I was jumping up and down in my room a bit, and a lot of sweat was flowing. I think Ange got it right. I think the players got it right, man. They did the best they could do. That's all I can really ask for as a fan, you know. So that's why I'm singling out Archie Gray, who did have a tough time but came through it. You know, he came through it, and he's going to be stronger for it. And none of our heads went down. You know, when we had our spells of possession, we did some nice football. You know, there were periods where our passing did get a little bit sloppy. I think we were just, I wouldn't say if desperate is the right word, but it was on that spectrum, you know. But we had enough control of the game, and we had enough danger in the Manchester City area to warrant a fine win, man. Fine win. Come on, you Spurs. Well done, the boys. Well done, Ange Postecoglou. Onwards we go. Peace and love, man. Peace and love. And come on, you Spurs!